grubby appearance, it is because my husband and I went to the gym this morning and I was lazy and just threw my hair in some braids, which are falling out, and changed my shirt to go to the grocery store after the gym because that's how I roll. Ha. Anyway, so a little fitness update, because I haven't talked to you guys about what I've been doing lately. Just real quick before I get into the rest of the video, I figured I'd let you guys know that after the 6-week challenge, the 6-week Tone It Up challenge, I started going back to the gym with my husband and lifting, and it's been amazing. I'm so excited. I am so proud of myself for the effort that I've put in and for the results that I've been seeing. I've been seeing it in my arms. I've been seeing it in my legs. And there are areas that I haven't been seeing it in, but I've been feeling it in. So besides going to the gym with my husband, which I do 3 days a week, I've also been doing HIIT workouts or circuit training workouts here at home on my other days. So I try to do those at least 2 or 3 days a week, along with the 3 days at the gym. And I have been seeing such a difference in my shoulders, which is an area that I've always had problems with, and in my core, and then just in my endurance. As you guys know, if you watched any of my videos from my fitness challenge that I did, you all know that I hate cardio. I hate cardio. But I've been doing the HIIT workouts and the circuit training, and it's been, I feel my heart rate going down faster. My endurance, I have more endurance. I can do things for longer, whereas before I was really struggling just to do like the 30 seconds of a workout or of a move. And my form has improved, my shoulder strength when we do planks and stuff. I did side planks. I did the side plank raises or whatever and did not fall on my face like I have in the past. And I've really been seeing really good results, much faster than I did with the Tone It Up challenge, which again I really enjoyed, but I didn't feel like I got as much results as I have been getting lately. So there's that. But I have still been doing Tone It Up workouts. Those are actually the workouts that I do on my off days. So yesterday I did the HIIT and abs from their videos that they released for the beginning of the year challenge. And today, like I said, I went to the gym, so I won't be doing anything more than that. But I've also been doing some of their yoga videos. They have a toning yoga video that I've done. They have the cardio flow from Beach Babe 4 that I've done. They have the different beach bar workouts that I've done. And so I've really been enjoying doing their workouts on my days when I don't go to the gym, and then I do take one day off, and that's usually Wednesday, because Wednesday are my toss-up days as far as when I go to work. Sometimes I go to work in the afternoon, sometimes I go to work in the morning, and I just, instead of trying to fight my schedule and wake up at times that I don't want to, because I'm not a morning person, I take Wednesdays off, and then I work the rest of the week. So that's the update on my fitness stuff, what I've been doing lately. If you have any comments or questions below, I'm okay, I promise. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below, and I will get back to you on them. And yeah, so that's my fitness update. Now on to the rest of this video. So, I finished the Custard Protocol Books, Prudence and Imprudence. And so the rest of this video is going to be my thoughts, and yeah, they're going to be my thoughts. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the characters first, similar to the way I did things with the Parasol Protectorate. And I do have to say that a lot of the characters from the Parasol Protectorate are in these books. They are just side characters, really. They're kind of in the background, whereas they were in the foreground before. So, you still have Madame LeFou, you still have Lord Akeldama, you still have Lord and Lady Macan as background characters. along with Lord Makan's whole wolf pack and Lord Akeldama's drones. You also have Ivy Tunstall, Alexia, Lady Makan's best friend. She's still there. I'm not going to give anything away, but she has her own little community as well. So those are the background characters. Those are the characters that were very prominent in the Parasol Protectorate that are still in the Custard Protocol books. They're just in the background. So the main characters of the Custard Protocol books are Lady Prudence Akeldama, who is the biological daughter of Lord and Lady Makan, but the adopted daughter of Lord Akeldama. So at the end of the 4th book, which is Heartless, at the end of Heartless, Lady Makan has the baby, and they decide that Lord Akeldama is going to adopt her to keep her safe from the vampires, because pretty much since Lady Makan gets pregnant, they try to kill her because they don't want the abomination to be born. So Prudence is Prudence Alexandria Makan Akeldama, I think is her full name. I might be missing a name because she has a lot of them. So she is the biological daughter of Lord and Lady Makan. So Lady Makan, as you know, is soulless. Lord Makan is a werewolf. So the resulting daughter is Prudence, who is a meta-natural. So she's not supernatural, she's not preternatural, she's meta-natural. Meaning she can take the form of any of the supernaturals that she touches. The only thing that, and there are only 2 things that will turn her back into a human. So if she touches her father, she turns into a werewolf. If she touches Lord Akeldama, she turns into a vampire. The only 2 things that will turn her back into a human or a mortal are the touch of her mother or another preternatural, as well as proximity. So if she gets too far away from whomever's form she takes, the tether, as they call it, snaps, and she turns back into a human, and they turn back into their immortal selves. And that's all explained a little better in the book, and you have many instances where it's shown, so if it doesn't make sense the way it's explained, the instances in which she takes somebody else's form, and then how she turns back, those kind of show you as opposed to explaining it. So that's Prudence, and she is the main character in the first 2 books. I've heard rumors that one of the other characters is going to kind of take the reins in a couple of the next books, because I think, according to Goodreads, there are going to be 2 more books at least to make this a series of 4 books. Anyway, the next characters are Primrose and Percival Tunstall. Those are the twins, the daughter and son of Ivy Tunstall and her husband, who I can never remember his name because he's usually referred to as Tunstall or Tunny. That's what Ivy calls him. Anyway, Prim and Percy that's how they are known to Prudence. Prim is Prudence's best friend. And actually, Prudence goes by Rue instead of Prudence. So her shortened name is Rue. So Rue and Prim are best friends, and they go everywhere together. And the story starts with Lord Akeldama giving Rue a dirigible for her to do whatever she wants with. So, and dirigibles, if you think about it, are very large. So she puts together like a whole crew of people, and Prim and Percy are part of that crew. Now, the other main character worth mentioning, or that you may remember from the Parasol Protectorate, is Quesnel, Madame LeFou's adopted son. And he is their chief engineer. Prim is pretty much like the kind of hostess when they're on the dirigible. She takes care of like food arrangements and lodging arrangements for when they have guests, stuff like that. Percy is their chief navigator, and then Rue is the captain of the vessel. She, again, gets this dirigible from Lord Akeldama, who immediately sends her on an adventure to India. And that is pretty much the first book, and we kind of get a base for the characters and how they react to things on their adventure in India. So those are the 4 main characters, and there are a couple of other characters worth mentioning. One is, well, there's really only one more that I want to mention, and I forget her name because it's kind of hard. Miss Sekhmet, also referred to as, if I can find it, and I can't. Miss Sekhmet gets picked up in the first book, and she joins in on their adventures. And I really liked this series because it expanded on the supernatural community a lot. I'm not going to give anything away. I really just wanted to give you guys like a rundown of like the main characters and my thoughts. I'm not going to give away the plot or anything, but the first one really expands on the supernatural community, and what starts off as what Rue thinks is going to be like an easy thing, going to India for Lord Akeldama, or as she calls him, Dama, turns into this whole adventure where they, get themselves into scrapes, and she gets herself into trouble with Queen Victoria and stuff like that. So I really liked the adventure parts of this book. They were really, really well written. They explore new parts of the world, which is really nice. Especially in book 2, they go to different parts of Africa. So they start off in Egypt and they go down into different parts of Africa, which is really interesting because at that point in time, they're considered uncharted. They've never been explored before, and that I thought was really cool. There is one thing that I can't really say that I didn't like about it, but it was sad for me. So I really enjoyed the Parasol Protectorate, but these books, you see those characters as they've aged, and some of them have aged more gracefully than others, and as a result of that, you see some of them, their health deteriorating, or they just are not the same for some reason, and it's a little disappointing and a little sad because you fall in love with the characters in the first series, and then things happen, and that's life, obviously. Some characters don't make it back into this series because they've died, or they don't make it back in because they've had a falling out or something. And again, that was really sad for me because some of the characters that were in Parasol Protectorate that didn't make it back into the books, I really enjoyed reading about them, and I was looking forward to seeing how they'd aged, and seeing how they lived and everything, and then to find out that they're not in the series because something happened. So that was really sad for me. But again, I really did enjoy this series because you get to see how Prim, Percy, and Rue, and Quesnel, I cannot pronounce his name. If you know how to pronounce it, put it phonetically below, because this seems to happen to me a lot in books. Anyway, you get to see how those 4 characters, the 4 main characters, have grown up from children, because you see them as children in the Parasol Protectorate. So it was very interesting for me to see how they grew up and the adventures and shenanigans that they get themselves into. So, yeah, that was pretty much all my thoughts on these books. If you guys have any comments or any recommendations, as always, leave them in the comments below.